Hi friends, welcome and welcome back. I'm Julie and this is Booked with Juby. If you watched my first video last week, thank you. And if you haven't, you can check it out on my channel. It's just a quick introduction, a little bit about me, and basically I just tell you I like to yap about books. So if that's what you like, then you're in the right place. For today's video, we're going to do my January TBR, and I can't wait to share my thoughts with you. So my sweet little puppy dog Frankie, this is Frankie. If you watched the first video, I showed you a quick little snippet of him. He is needing a little mommy time, so I'm going to give him a quick cuddle while we talk about the first couple books, and we'll see if he will let me finish. I've created a little monster mommy's boy, and it's my own fault, but I mean, look at the face. Look at the face. Look at this. Ridiculous. I know. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so to start off January, I actually started off reading Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. So obviously I'm currently reading the Throne of Glass series and I'm obsessed like everybody else. However, I didn't know that this book was going on simultaneously at the same time as Empire Storms. So having read Empire Storms and being devastated as I was and leaving on such a cliffhanger, when I started reading this, to be honest, I was a little bit upset and I was a little annoyed because I was like, I don't care, like honestly. However, that being said, I stuck with it and I read through it and I'm glad I did. It was not the 5-star that Empire of Storms was for me, but I enjoyed reading from Kale's point of view and Nesreen, and it was just an interesting story, and it did add a lot of background that I think is going to be important in the last book, so I don't skip it. Now I know some people like to do the tandem reads with Tower of Dawn and Empire Storms. I didn't do this because it's my first run through, but probably on my next read of Throne of Glass I will try it that way just to see if I like it and see if it adds more context to the story. Okay, so I think the puppy has had enough mommy's time. Really sorry about that. He's still in the room, so if you hear little piglet noises, I'm really sorry. It's either him making piglet noises or him crying. So one or the other. Sorry in advance. I really have created a monster. I'm not sorry about it, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so let's finish off Tower of Dawn. So I actually started this at the end of 2024, so like December 30th or 31st. And I finished it at the beginning of January. So I'm going to count it as a January, and I have already finished it. My first January book. And now I'm currently reading Kingdom of Ash. Now, she thick. Now those other ones are thick, but this one's almost 1,000 pages. Like, my goodness. So very intimidating, but also I am very excited to read this because I need to know what happens, but it's bittersweet because I also don't want to know because I don't want it to end, and I'm nervous, and I've heard little snippets on the internet of, I think I'm gonna cry. I'm a big baby. I think I'm gonna cry. I'm already nervous about it. I'm very excited about it. I'm also very sad about it. I have a lot of feelings. We'll see how this goes, and this is going to take a big majority of my month because I am back to work now, so you know I can't be reading all day as I wish I could. So this will take a little bit longer, so we'll see how many books we actually get through this January, just because, again, she tick. The next book I'm planning on reading is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. So I think after Throne of Glass, just because I've been in that world for so long, I think I'm going to need something easy, light, fun to read. I have only read one other Emily Henry book, which was Beach Read, and I loved it. Super cute, super fun, quick read. So we'll see how this one goes. I do think I will need a palate cleanser, so I think this will be the right one to do that with. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous after Throne of Glass because I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. It's just such a big world and I've been in it for so long. It's like, I don't know how you move on or get past that, but we'll find out and we'll do it together. So the next book I want to read after that, I think I was going to do Hidden Pictures, but I think I'm actually going to do The Inmate by Frida McFadden, just because her books are very fast paced and fun and easy and just like a quick read. And this one's so much smaller, you know, she's thinner. She's thin. And I like that because I think I'm going to need a couple like quick books just so I can get over Throne of Glass, and also books that aren't going to require a lot of thinking and a lot of, I don't know, just any of my brain space, because honestly, I think I'm going to be in Throne of Glass for a while. So I don't want anything that's going to take up too much of my brain. So we'll try this one out. I have read the Housemaid series, except for the third one, and gobbled those up. Just so fun, just easy, quick reads. So I'm thinking this will be the same. So hopefully we'll find out. And then, of course, since it's January 2025, I want to start The Fourth Wing. And don't at me, I have not read these before. I think it's because, honestly, I've been so in the Sarah J. Maas world that I just wasn't prepared to start any of the other, viral ones. But, with Onyx Storm coming out and everyone just talking about it like crazy, it's definitely making me want to read it. So I'm hoping to definitely get through Fourth Wing in January. I kind of doubt we're going to get through Iron Flame, at least start it. It's probably going to be more of a February book, but we'll see, just depending how much reading I can get done after Throne of Glass, and just because that's going to take a little bit. And then I'm going to go grab Onyx Storm so I can read all three at the same time, because I am that type of reader. Like, if I'm in one world, I want to stay in that world as long as possible. I will read stuff that I know is going to have another book coming, but I do prefer to read them as many as possible so that I can just like stay in it and I'm like really fresh in that world. I don't have to like remind myself of what's happening or be like, what? Like you're reading a book and you're like, I don't know. Or a random character shows up, you're like, who are you? I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to see how this goes, and hopefully my January TBR, I can do it. But again, that Throne of Glass is that Kingdom of Ash, she looking hefty, so we're gonna have to see how that goes. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed me just yapping on about my January TBR. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and you can follow me here on YouTube, or I make lots of shorts here, and I also make reels over on Instagram, same handle, Booked with Juby. So it was great yapping with y'all, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.